Boy, thank you so much.
It says a familiar face has returned, but I don't know how familiar it is anymore.
I know. I've been gone since November 15th, I guess. But here's what happened if you're just tuning in and you don't know where I've been. I've been to the hospital and I've been home, basically. But I had COVID. I got tested on Monday. That was my last day on the air. And then Tuesday, because of circumstances and the fact that my oxygen level was going below 90, I've learned 90 is the borderline.
Threshold,
you go down past 90 and they want you in the hospital pretty much. So it was way down there. And so they put me in an ambulance. They took me to the hospital. Thank you very much to everybody at Bellin because they did a fantastic job. I was there for 10 days and I got home, which was Thanksgiving night. And when I got home,
that's right, you got home on Thanksgiving.
I've been gone for like 3 days. And my wife said, you've been gone for 10 days.
Oh my.
You know that hospital thing,
right?
That hospital thing, you're just looking there, you're in the bed and you're looking at the clock going, is it 10 in the morning, 10 at night? Is that really a clock? Is it falling off? Oh, it's melting. You just don't know.
You don't know. But they took real good care of you.
They did excellent care.
Yes.
And then when I got home.
And your wife had to take really good care of you.
She took great care of me. Thank you to my wife. And the kids, thank you to you. Thanks to everybody who prayed. Boy, those prayers were powerful because I improved quickly within 24, 48 hours. I thought I was going to stay there longer. Wow. But I think it was the great care at Bellin and the prayers and the thoughts from the people at home and you guys too.
We got so many cards from our viewers.
People really like you. Great?
Yes, it just kept coming in.
And so we're going to have an interview for tonight.
Yep.
On Fox 11.
We'll talk more about your situation.
You?
I'll be interviewing you. Yes.
And we'll talk more about it tomorrow because I'm going to be back.
And you'll be here tomorrow. Yes, we're excited to have you back.
Oh my gosh, Pete, so happy.
I got to do more than just 2 minutes then?
Yeah.
Oh.
Welcome back.
Thank you, guys. Thank you, Justin, Phil, and Patrick. Boy.
Another guy.
It was so nice to get a text from all of them. Don't worry about anything. Yeah. We got it. It was great. Thank you, guys. Thank you, Justin.
We're so glad to have you back, Pete. It's just smile. I can feel the smiles coming from the viewers at home right now. Yeah. But even just here, you know how much Pete means to a place like this when you see the reaction, the smiles from just folks here in the building. Wouldn't you agree, girls?
Absolutely.
Yeah. Oh, that's nice.
Just our reaction.
In an ongoing theme of shortages brought on by the COVID-19 pandemic, some highway departments have gone into winter not fully staffed. While the Outagamie County Highway Department is still looking for some snowplow truck seats to fill, overall,
we're in good shape.
Of the 56 positions for equipment operators, only 3 need to be filled right now.
We are going through the process, the interview process, and we're pretty pleased that we have some good candidates, and we'll be bringing those people in.
Now, Outagamie County was able to hire a few workers before the end of the year. But for a job like this, it's not just getting hired and hitting the road. Some training is also involved.
You can see some of the equipment that's around here. Some pretty big equipment because they're new and somewhat inexperienced in some of the things that we do. We have to train them and give them plenty of time to get comfortable.
Calumet County has been one of the lucky ones this year. The department employs about half of what Outagamie County does, but heading into the new year, the department has all of its positions filled with 3 workers in training.
We're running $250,000 snowplows down the road and having quality employees run them or people that are experienced doing them, so having to get LTEs or people that don't have the experience trained, yes, it is a challenge.
Last year was not the same for Calumet. Hiring was a big issue. When it'd normally get at least 7 applicants for summer positions, not one applied.
If we get a lot of snow, our guys are going to get challenged by extra hours and everything that goes along with it. So to say we're out of the woods with winter and the staffing, by no means are we out of the woods with that.
But if we get the snow dumping we're expecting, both counties say they're confident they'll get the roads cleared.
Ringing in the new year with a COVID test.
Our demand from early December through now is almost double than what it was earlier in December.
Jill Spetcher with Bellin Health says Bellin conducted around 900 tests a day at the start of December. Now the health system is doing about 1,700. Dr. Mark Cockley with Theta Care says the increased demand is a good thing.
People getting together for the holidays and being exposed and possibly having some symptoms, the best thing to do is get tested to make sure you don't have COVID.
ThedaCare was able to secure extra test supplies to help meet the demand.
And that's the big limiting factor everyone has, is those test kits or the lab ability with the supplies to be able to do the testing. So we're able to get more testing supplies, which allows us to ramp up and open a couple more sites for testing.
Bellin says testing can be taxing on staff members as well.
There's a lot of resources that go into testing, and it's not only at the testing site and actually collecting the test, but it's also processing the test in the lab. And then it's also the follow-up. So it's pretty time consuming.
Staffing is a limitation, just like the resources for tests. So getting those to match the supplies we have to provide that service throughout for testing is important.
Both Bellin and ThedaCare say they are making adjustments so they can continue testing as many people as possible.
Anton Chilinsky is finally leaving Green Bay's Austin Straubel Airport, but 2 whole days after he was scheduled to take off to Salt Lake City.
Hopefully this never happens again, right?
Please.
Tuesday's travel is a breeze compared to his trip to Green Bay on December 15th.
I had flight cancellations getting here, and they canceled flights multiple times on me in Minneapolis. And as a result, I had to stay overnight in the airport for a total of 40 hours. That was horrible.
Chilinsky isn't alone. Here's a look at Austin Straubel International Airport flight board on New Year's Day. Half of the arriving and departing flights were canceled. On Tuesday, travel is running much more smoothly. Appleton International Airport Director Abe Weber says ATW saw a small number of cancellations.
Probably a half a dozen, to 10 flights we've seen cancel out of our airport. So that is good news for our local travelers.
Both airports say the majority of local flight cancellations were to and from Chicago on New Year's weekend. Not only did O'Hare face bad weather, but also staffing shortages because of Omicron.
It's atypical to see the amount of cancellations based upon the illness.
Austin Straubel Airport Director Marty Piet wants travelers to stay informed.
Make sure that you're paying attention to your connecting flights as well, because you tend to run into bigger problems at larger airports.
Both Weber and Piet say if your flight is canceled, be patient and contact the airlines. For Chilinsky, he's hopeful his trip back to Utah will be smooth. But there was a bright side to leaving Green Bay late.
He got to go to a Packer game, though,
yeah, it's true.
on Sunday night, because he was here when he wasn't supposed to be, so that was kind of nice.
The U.S. Department of Transportation says you could get a refund for canceled flights